These brownish-furred cattle are called Ndama by scientists of the Animal Research Institute of Ghana. They are bred solely for their beef. The CSIR says there is potential for canning beef for export, as done in countries such as Argentina, Brazil, and France. But for now, the council, through its Animal Research Institute at Fafraha near Accra, is focusing on cattle meat production to meet local demand. The Ndama cattle is one of 4 different breeds of cattle in husbandry of the CSIR Institute. A senior research scientist of the CSIR Animal Research Institute explains 2 other cattle breeds placed on fattening course and for milk through nutritional supplementation.
On the coastal savanna, we have the Sanga herds, as well as a crossbred that we've developed between the Frisian and the Sanga, because most of the cattle farmers along the coast are going to dairy production, and we wanted animals that would be able to give them a little more milk. So over 20 years, we've developed a breed, and we haven't christened it yet, but we still maintain that it's the Frisian and the Sanga crossbred.
The CSIR Animal Research Institute have seeds to grow some of the most nutritious pastures for animal grazing.
You agree with me that one of the things that the national program for the livestock industry, that's the rearing for food and jobs, one of the things they seek to do is to create communal pasture lands. And Animal Research Institute is a good place to come for a very good seed for pasture, because these are products that have been researched on and developed over years. So they offer very high nutrient content for the animals when they feed on them.
Beyond this, the CSIR Animal Research Institute has a Pasture Museum at its field station at Pokuyase near Accra and warns against public encroachment which could wipe away the treasure.
Throughout the West African sub-region, this is the only pasture museum. The materials you see here, to the layman, they look like grasses, ordinary grasses. But these are materials that have been brought from all over the world, some from Brazil, some from Australia. And they are materials that have been researched on issues of biomass yield, issues of nutritional quality have all been assessed, and issues of animal acceptability. These are materials that animals prefer over other materials. So they are not just weeds, as a lot of people refer to. They are pasture materials that animals really eat.
The CSIR puts premium on value addition. Thus, the Animal Research Institute processes raw milk of animals into pasteurized milk, milk shake, partial skim yogurt, among other dairy products. Also on its plate are various kinds of processed or dressed meat done under most hygienic conditions. The Meat and Dairy Research and Development Unit of the Institute, in placing quality assurance as a benchmark of its operations, checks for microbial load and chemical composition of all its processed products. On itinerant cattle headers, the CSIR Animal Research Institute proposes cattle ranching zones and corridors for inbound cattle from neighboring countries.
During the dry season, we don't have enough herbage. So they move their cattle into people's farms. And there's been challenges, especially in the eastern region. Now we're doing work to address this issue. We've been part of the national committee to see to addressing this issue. Part of the work we're doing in the Afram Plains and trying to see if we could develop pastures so that we get these cattle farmers to move their cattle into those ranches. We are currently trying to see if we could develop corridors, because we have animals moving from our neighboring countries, Burkina Faso, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, during the dry season into our countries. But there are no defined corridors for them so that they could graze and they could water. And currently we're developing those systems.
The CSIR Animal Research Institute of Ghana says it is ready to assist small-scale, semi-intensive and intensive cattle ranching by the public for commercial production and for export. Napoleon Atukitu reporting.